Welcome to the Nightly 5 podcast with Ben O'Shea.
Trump bought their votes with outrageous lies and empty promises. Somehow he even got self-styled patriots to support a man who called for terminating the Constitution and on January 6th rallied an angry mob to threaten democracy, leaving death and destruction in its wake.
Is anyone happier in America than Robert De Niro right now? That was the Hollywood legend earlier this week, hoping the jury in the Donald Trump hush money case would find the former president guilty. And guess what? They did on all 34 felony counts of falsifying business records in an effort to conceal a hush money payment made to a porn star ahead of the 2016 presidential election. Politically, the unprecedented criminal conviction of a former US president and presumptive major party presidential nominee plunges the nation into uncharted waters as the Republican continues his campaign against President Joe Biden. But legally, Trump's next moves are a little easier to predict. Here's what could happen next. After delivering its verdict, the jury is dismissed. The case then moves to the sentencing phase, a process largely controlled by Judge Juan Merchan. The judge, before adjourning overnight, set Trump's sentencing date for July 11. He ordered parties in the case to file motions by June 13. Trump's attorneys may try to push his sentencing date later, possibly even after the November 5 presidential election. But Judge Merchan is unlikely to grant such a delay without a good reason. In the meantime, Trump will be free to speak to the press, travel, and continue his presidential campaign. He will also no longer be bound by the gag order that barred him from discussing witnesses, jurors, and the judge's family members, among others. Trump's guilty verdict does not automatically make him a convicted felon, and this label will not be accurate until he's sentenced in July. As for the sentencing itself, the charges against Trump are called Class E felonies, the least serious category under New York law. Each count carries a maximum sentence of 4 years in prison. Trump's sentence could include fines and restitution, probation, or other conditions, but a sentence of imprisonment is not off the table. Some factors, such as Trump's age of 77 and his lack of a prior criminal record, will likely weigh in Trump's favour, but his conduct during the trial could also factor into Judge Merchan's ultimate decision. That could be a problem for the former president, who publicly attacked the judge and accused him of political bias throughout the trial. The judge also previously accused Trump of trying to intimidate the court, prompting an expansion of the gag order that Trump would later violate on 10 separate occasions. Regardless, Trump's legal battle will not prevent him from running for president. He will inevitably appeal Judge Merchan's sentence, but that appeal process would play out over many months, if not years. And in case you're wondering, the US Constitution requires that American presidents be natural-born US citizens who are at least 35 years old and who have lived in the country for at least 14 years. But it does not bar felons from holding their highest office.